Well, howdy. Welcome back to Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. None of that stuff. Any financial advice on this show will completely get you destroyed. I just got out of the insane asylum. I've been in there 40 years. I've been calling myself Crypto Hulk since like 1980. And my goal was to have an internet show and to do this. So, yeah, Crypto Cat is here. Says, hey, hey. That's my moderator. Phil is here again. Vulcan Aussie. Mike Hunt is here. Got to say that one right, or it sounds kind of wrong. Let's go with the show. Let me find out. Here, hold on. Okay, here's the IOTA. IOTA is another cryptocurrency. I did a show on it. It was maybe around March or April of this year. You can go back and look. What I'm doing here is I'm just showing you Tequila Fund 2. That's what I'm talking about, man. Now what I did is I got some Maker's Mark at Costco, like the bigger size. It's only $35. So you get like a fifth. No, it's like 1750 milliliters. So it's like two bottles and maybe a quarter or something of Maker's Mark. It's like $35. I'm like, damn, this shit's cheap. I'm sure glad we're having a recession or something. But yeah, I just got that like yesterday. Yeah, I went to Costco. But anyhow, okay, let's bring the fire. So there's the link. Let's get into IOTA. Now, this is one I would definitely consider if you're somebody who wants to get a little 3, 4, 5 cryptos or something. Nothing crazy like 40 or 50 like some of these fools. But IOTA would be one. Let's go through this article. They have a token-based voting, kind of like VeChain, all right? Theirs is called Tangle, I believe. IOTA's Soonaverse has released its first development update to serve the broader ecosystem. So I don't know a lot about IOTA. I'm just letting you know. The protocol introduced new features, including on-tangle requests that can enhance ease of use. The IOTA ecosystem is growing, and one of its emerging protocols, Soonaverse, has shared its first developer update for the year. Talking to its official Twitter handle, Soon Labs, the Web 3.0 startup in charge of the development of the Soonaverse, said its core developmental work was focused on Tangle requests, which are token-based voting and improvements in search functionalities. So let's see. The Soonaverse is an ecosystem as a platform that empowers communities to create and manage decentralized organizations, assets, markets, and stuff on the Shimmer network. Soon Labs expects its community members to get the best value in the ecosystem. Well, not more than VeChain, I hope. Look, a lot of these projects are just starting. And because this is a whole brand new, like we're in so early. People are like, well, I don't want VeChain. It's only 2 cents. I had a friend once. He said, I'm not buying XRP till it hits $5 or $10. I'm like, dude, do you fucking get it? It's not gonna be like 50 cents one week, and the next week 75 cents, next week $1. No, this is gonna go from like 35 cents to like $1,000. Bam! It's not gonna stop at 5 or 10. Are you serious? Most of all these cryptos, I don't know how much IOTA costs, but this stuff is so cheap right now. And I want to give you options in case, hey, I don't know, maybe something happens to XRP. Maybe they use something else. I'm just letting you know. I got my VeChain, and then I got the Flare coming. So don't, always put everything in just one basket and stuff. I mean, you just don't know, man. Like these people are fucking criminals. All of them. This whole crypto space is criminal. So get a little variety going. Yeah, I mean, maybe put half of what you got into XRP and then 10% into five different other ones, right? So now you got 100% of your money, put half in XRP, and then you go with whatever you want: HBAR, VeChain, IOTA, uh, Hedera, something like that. So, um, untangle request command, as the team described it. The untangle request is an action that can be requested directly through the tangle that will trigger the Sooniverse to execute a function. Um, it will first enable users to be able to purchase and sell a token, acquire an NFT, and stake their assets. That sounds good. The team said the Untangle request will serve as the core backbone for the broader IOTA ecosystem. With the Untangle request, users can interact and get things done on the platform without needing to go through the user interface. Um, I'm going to leave it at that. This is more for like newer people. If you wanted to read more of this article, because I could spend 15 minutes in this article alone. It's and try to break down and explain some of the stuff. I don't really know a lot of it, but that's pretty much gist of it. It's there. All these blockchains are working to become better and smoother and more efficient because we're at the beginning, and now's the time really to get crypto when we're at the beginning, not wait till it moves. It's kind of late by then. Hello, Mark Gutierrez. IOTA 0.22. So it's 22 cents. I'm $12 short of a membership, but the door was left open, so I thought I'd just come on in. Oh my God. All right, let me see the next one. Oh, we're gonna have some fun here. Deep dive incoming. Okay, here we go. Get ready to go through we're gonna go through the portal to another universe right now. Copy. We're getting ready to go on the famous Crypto Hulk mini deep dive, where I just start dropping truth bombs all the way. All righty. Let's step back from VeChain and IOTA, and we'll go over to another part of the world around the United Kingdom. Big stuff's happening over in United Kingdom and Europe, Asia, Middle East, North Africa, and then Brazil. Those are all the hot spots with Ripple. Bluefin is like a payments type company, and it adds network tokenization through Visa Tech. Visa just happens to be running all up on RippleNet. Okay. Bluefin is a leader in the integrated payment and data and payment security. Today, it announced that it joined up with Visa for network tokenization. It says here, Bluefin will integrate, this is very important to understand, will integrate directly with Visa. That means Bluefin is now Ripple partner. I'm going to prove everything later with articles, of course. So they're integrating directly. That's why I'm kind of stressing this, because this is massive. Everything that's wholesale payments type stuff, 80%, in my opinion, to 85 is basically Ripple. Now, sometimes they use a company, a partner company, they're still using Ripple. Just because if a company uses Volante, they're using Ripple. Why? Because Volante uses Ripple. That's what Volante is. It's a Ripple partner. They use Ripple. So therefore, you don't have to sign up with Ripple. You can sign up with Volante. You're still using the same fucking thing. Okay. It's kind of like back in the old days, Mitsubishi made something called a rodeo, and Honda made a Passport. They look like a little off-road vehicle type thing. So when you pop the hood on the Honda, it shows Mitsubishi motor in there, and you're just like, or I mean, no, but just like the body of it and stuff. But it's kind of like now when the Porsche, no, BMW made Toyota Supra. So if you pop open, I believe the engine of that one, I'm pretty sure it's going to have at least a BMW transmission in it. It might have the Toyota. I think it's probably also have the BMW motor in there as well. So it's kind of like what Ripple does. I mean, you pop open the hood and it shows Ripple. You close the hood and it looks like it's a Ferrari. I mean, it's just that's how they do things. All right. So some companies, we'll get into like Visa. We'll get into that later. It's a whole nother subject. Down below here, in the second to the end paragraph, it says instead, the card brands issue a token and a unique transaction cryptogram, which makes network tokens interoperable. Oh, really? There's the Ripple word right there. Payment processors and payment gateways. All right. They do. I thought they mentioned HSBC in here. Maybe not. But let's go to the next. Uh, I'm going to the Visa tie-in here for new people. Here we have an article about what I was saying earlier. Visa acquires Ripple payments partner for 250 million. So rather than Visa start a whole new platform and try to learn payments, you just buy it. It's faster. Like if I wanted to design and make a car, it might cost me like $5 million. I'm just giving an example. It's just cheaper for me to go buy the Supra for 50,000 or 60, whatever it is. See what I mean? So Visa, rather than having to reinvent the wheel and do all this shit, they just bought Earthport, which is basically Ripple. Okay, because Earthport is running on RippleNet and XRPs and stuff. Next, Visa connection. Visa acquires Ripple partner Currency Cloud, only like $1 billion, right? Now, HSBC was all mixed up, I believe, in this as well. HSBC is one of the top 3 banks in the entire world. Look at the headline on this one. HSBC taps former Ripple CEO for tech advisory board. So Household Savings Bank Corporation grabs, I think it was Chris Larson, oh God, fucking genius. And he went over to HSBC to help them get all their payment stuff done. But of course they didn't use Ripple. Oh, of course not, of course not. But you're gonna hire someone from Ripple. People would be like, well, doesn't say there's no proof they're ever partners. Okay, look, well, so if you play with if you have a bunch of matches and you have gas and it's right near you, sometimes there could be like spontaneous combustion, just happens. So HSBC has the guy that helped invent, I mean at the top of his class and all this crypto stuff, he goes over to HSBC and helps them with their payment system. Of course they're partners. They don't always have to admit stuff and show us. But this next one I want to show you with Bluefin. Yeah. Okay. I sent you this. I want you to scroll all the way down to the bottom, which it shows all their partners. Go down to where it says Volante. Let me know when you see it. Toyota Supra is a BMW Z4. Yeah, I thought I was right. Yeah. The best example is a Subaru BRZ and a Toyota GR86. Oh. Well, okay. Do you see the Volante connection at the bottom of that with Bluefin? Does anybody Is anybody alive? Okay, it looks like we're talking about cars. Okay, wonderful. Okay, Bruce says, yep. All right, Crypto Cat, I know is not talking about cars. Okay, so we definitely see now that Bluefin integrated into Visa, which is definitely a Ripple partner. One of their customers that they work with is Volpay, Ripple partner. Now, I'm going to show you how the Federal Reserve is kind of mixed up in this too. Hey, enough of the car shit, all right? So look at this right here. Federal Reserve Payments Pilot incorporates Ripple Partners Volante. Whoo-wee. And Volante, the reason I'm showing you this, of course, because you got Bluefin mixed up with Visa, which is Ripple's partner. And then you got the Federal Reserve and Ripple and Volante linked in. And I just showed you that Volante is a partner also with Bluefin. Like it goes right up to the federal government. Whew, wowzers. All righty. Next article. Saudi Arabia. Okay, we're going to Saudi Arabia next. Let me check this article. Okay, I'm going to send it right now. Okay. Saudi Central Bank launches open banking. Okay. This is like a new concept. And this is going to be the future of banking. The Saudi Central Bank, which is SAMA, announced the launch of Open Banking Laboratory. Think of this as a sandbox. They're starting the future of open banking right now in a controlled environment in Saudi Arabia. Okay, this is how it's going to go in the future. The Open Banking Lab aims to enable innovation and accelerate the development of open banking services in Saudi Arabia. The lab will provide banks and fintechs, listen, with a technical testing environment to enable them to develop, test, and certify their open banking. What we got going on here, everybody, is the beginning of when fintech companies become banks. And they're going to be allowed to provide certain services. Fintech companies like Ripple, VeChain, this and that, they're going to allow, I think, to have certain money service business characteristics and possibly even full bank status. This is what we're seeing here right now unfold. That's why the lab provides banks and fintechs, because they're all starting to come together. All right. The banks are scared to death because the fintechs are coming in and they want to take over. So the banks are putting the pressure on the governments to say, hey, get us in on this. Make it to where you can't have no crypto unless you're working with the bank. That's how the banks are saving their ass, okay? Open banking service is a new concept in the financial industry that aims to enable the consumers of financial institutions to securely share their financial data with a third-party provider. So we go onto an exchange, which is not a bank, right? It's a fintech company. And how do you know when you're entering your information to buy whatever cryptos, your credit card number and all that stuff? How do you know they're not like stealing from you? So that's what this the open banking lab, they're testing these things to try to have a format so I can go onto an exchange, enter my information, buy stuff, and that exchange is not going to be able to go run off with my information because it's going to be cryptographically sealed. That's kind of like what the Bluefin and these others are kind of doing. That's all what these are doing is these what we're having globally now is these fintech companies all around the world now are merging with banks and payment systems. That's what this is. It's kind of like if you go to a store and you go to buy something, maybe at the register, they'll be like, "Oh, would you like to apply for a loan to buy this? You can pay it off over 3 months." And you're like, "Well, okay." So they do something, and you can find out within 2 to 5 seconds whether you can get a loan or not. So this is a whole new like way of banking, where maybe your payment system's not a bank, but they're going to call it. I don't know what they're going to call these things, but they're going to call it some whatever they do. They're going to come up with a mystery name, uh, open banking, whatever, da 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 da. Okay, but this is what's going on right here. The banks are going to allow the fintechs to come in, but they have to be working together so that you can't have like a FTX thing where you got Alameda Research was like the bank and they're in bed with the exchange. No, you got to have all this stuff separated, but yet work together. And you can't have access to both information because that's how all this happened. There's back doors and all kinds of shit going on and just straight up criminal. So the banks are going to make it to where they're going to hold whatever, keep stuff tight, and you can go on an exchange and buy shit. And no one's going to be able to rob you and stuff. That's what they're getting put together here in Saudi Arabia. Let me send you a link. Okay. Saudi Arabia central bank signs blockchain deal with Ripple. This is from February 14th, 2018. Okay. This whole open bank stuff is RippleNet. Okay. Ripple's been over there, for so long. Like, they love Ripple. It's kind of like you got FinTech Ripple working with B of A, which is a bank, then working with Visa, which is a payments company. Got see how all this is going? So this open bank thing is kind of coordinating all these players to work together to accomplish things. So the fintech company could get you a loan, but through a business partner like a bank, and then you don't have to go to the bank to get the loan. You could do it through Visa. So they're kind of integrating banking and loans and payment systems, you see? That's kind of like what's going on. Charles Looney made it. I didn't get time to advertise this one. Sorry. Here's the title of the one I just sent you. Ripple signs partnership with new partnership deal with Saudi Arabia. This one was done last year. So this isn't 2018 like the original agreement. Ripple made another agreement 1 year ago with Saudi Arabian bank. Okay. SAMA, it says right there, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority. Ripple's in, man. We are like in. Okay, next. What do we got? I'm running out of stories, everybody. Samsung. That's a good one. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. This kind of is just what I was talking about. Let's go over this one next. I want you to see what's going on. It's happening before our eyes. All this is coming together. Let's see. Okay. Leading banks contribute to fintech onboarding. What this means, the top banks in the world right now, like I just got done, we're talking about for a few minutes, they're integrating crypto companies into working with banks to have a certain type of relationship. Okay. Not that the fintech companies will become banks, some will, some won't. Some of them might just want to partner with a bank. And then some banks don't want to buy another company, but they want some exposure to crypto, right? So Tech Passport is a company, and they launched what they call enterprise ready questions. And they have 15 of the top banks of the world are a member of Tech Passport. Some of the names are HSBC. Oh, that I just sent that article. That's what was for this. Yeah, the HSBC was for this one, not for the other. Morgan Stanley and Zappa Bank. I'm just going to read like the first two paragraphs. ERQ, which is enterprise ready questions, assess whether a fintech company like Ripple reaches the standards needed to work with a large bank or financial institution. The aim of the questions is to streamline the onboarding process of fintech companies and enabling fintechs to be integrated into financial institutions quicker. See, all this is coming together. What we're seeing globally now is we've got countries now coming up with CBDCs, stable coins, talk about laws, talk about crypto regulation. Like it's all coming together. This whole thing where, oh, crypto is going to be bad for the system. No, what they're doing now is they're integrating crypto into banking. It's not going to be a threat to the banks, and they know it. They're all lying to you, so you don't buy crypto. You're scared to death. And then they're making deals. We'll get into this, but you got Household Savings Bank, one of the top 3 banks in the world, working with Tech Passport. And what do they? Okay, what Tech Passport is? It's kind of like they're a company, and there's 15 banks that are their advisors. And what this tech company is doing is getting the banks to find the tech companies that are like Ripple, legit, not like FTX, maybe like a VeChain or something, but they're trying to get tech companies that are so regulated, that are transparent, that follow know your customer, that maybe have a lot of similar bank procedures, and having these banks snatch up the fintech companies. Banks want in this crypto. These regulations are coming. Maybe in 6 months, maybe by the end of the year, or whatever. But this is the year, and that's why they want a quicker. It says integrated into financial institutions quicker. Sean Manahan, global head of business development for Morgan Stanley, said partnerships with early stage companies are a key part. So look at Morgan Stanley, they're looking for like unicorns, right? Little baby companies that they know are going to blow out and be massive. But they don't have to wait 10 years for this shit. They want this stuff to happen like in 6 months or a year. So Tech Passport is it's like they're interviewing tech companies to find out which ones are ready to pop, like which ones are ready to go right now at the bank and just make money. Okay, so that's what this article is about. Morgan Stanley is right in there too. They say partnerships with early stage companies are a key part of our strategy. They want the early companies. Why? Because they don't have to pay much for them, right? Like they don't want to have to pay 925 million like Visa did. They want to find some little startup that's a fintech that's doing real good, okay? That's cheap. They can buy and snatch up and integrate into the bank because these banks want this money. Like, oh, it's crazy. I want it too. Trust me. It's a key part of their strategy to drive new opportunities for clients and businesses. With this cross-industry initiative, cross-industry, banking, crypto, got it? They're going to go together. This crypto shit's not bad. It's only bad because they're not in it. You watch. Pretty soon, Elizabeth Warren will be like, oh, crypto's good. Yeah, it's good. Because the banks own it now. That's why it's good. That stupid, dumb fuck. But yeah, all right now, she's like, oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. But once the banks fucking own it, this bitch is going to flip and be like, oh, we have all this good crypto regulation and da-da-da-da-da. Well, I thought criminals used it, right? Fucking liar. For a productive, it unlocks fintech's innovation potential by empowering them to focus on impactful and deliver value faster. That they're trying to get this done. Okay, they're not trying to take another 12 years or whatever, right? Just thought I'd let you know. Lego Head. What does Lego Head have to say? Love the show. Appreciate the work that you put in. And your arm curls were okay. Room for improvement, though. Okay. All right. Everybody's a fucking expert behind the computer. But, yeah. I have over 5,000 digital artworks that I've created. Mist Pop Erotica. Okay. I'm not going to be asking to see any of those. All righty. Last one. I might have two more. Then I got none. So I'm like, fuck. Now I got to find a whole bunch of news for tomorrow. I'm like, shit. Man, it took me too long to find the news for today. I'm kind of like, well, I'll just say fuck it for today. And I'll make sure I'll have my show all ready for tomorrow. But who knows? Okay, so there's your link. I want you to know that in the future, this is going to probably be your wallet. Samsung expands mobile wallet application to 8 more countries. Samsung has announced it will roll out its Samsung Wallet mobile application to another 8 countries. The Korean firm launched the app in June of 2022 and expanded it to 21 countries. The wallet integrates with the Samsung blockchain wallet for cryptocurrencies. Samsung Electronics has announced its unified mobile wallet application is in 8 more countries. You got Singapore, Australia, Brazil, Hong Kong, Canada, India, Malaysia, and Taiwan. I'm not hearing United States there. That's interesting. Let's go to the next paragraph. Samsung's mobile payment platform grows. Currently, the Samsung Wallet is available for Galaxy users in Korea, United Kingdom, the U.S. Bahrain, China, Denmark, Spain, Finland, France, Germany, Italy, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, Norway, Oman, Qatar, South Africa, Sweden, Switzerland, Vietnam, and the United Arab Emirates. More than a payments platform, the application also integrates with the Samsung blockchain wallet and comes with safety features enhanced by Samsung Knox, an inbuilt proprietary security platform. So while Samsung's wallet is not crypto specific, users with supported devices can leverage it to do things like keeping tabs on their digital assets. Oh, that we're moving now. The wallet allows for this via an interface that enables access to crypto prices across multiple exchanges. Oh man, they're gonna have all this figured out. Like they're wow, this is cool. Got a lot of let's see. Just briefly, I'm going to go over this one. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Don't need to. Alrighty. Last one of the night. China's digital yuan. Okay, so here's what happened. It needs WeChat and Alipay to boost the adoption, experts say. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to just tell you my view, and then I'm going to read a little bit of the article, and then we're done with it. So what happened is China is a communist country, of course, and they have no freedoms there and stuff, and everything. You have to pledge allegiance to the government and give up your rights and shit. We're almost like that in America too, because of these certain political party we have, a bunch of fucking morons. Um, China's noticed people don't want to use the fucking money. I mean, who would? Who'd want to have money that your government can program and shut off whenever they want? Because I already know I got a big fucking mouth. So if we have programmable money, they're gonna shut my stuff off. I already know. So the people are like not wanting to use this stuff. Okay. So now the government's getting desperate because they're trying to show the world, oh, we've got money. Nobody wants you. Even your own people don't want your fucking money. That is so embarrassing when you when you make this money and you're trying to show off to the world, and China has like their Olympics there and they want to have people paying even their fucking people don't want this shit. So now China is trying to get WeChat and Alipay to kind of promote it more and do shit like that. Uh, the People's Republic of China has offered rounds of free giveaways of the digital yuan over the past year to boost the adoption in pilot cities, which promote the download of the application. As of Monday, data provider Diandian showed more than 39 million Apple Store downloads in mainland China, while another showed 190 million loads. Now, we're talking 1.4 billion people, and you only got 230 million people. So you got like a quarter. That's one out of four, roughly. So China's like, oh, we got to boost that up. So yeah, that's all that I'm really going to get into on that one. People just don't want to have this programmable shit like that. Bond says, "Hulk, great to see you." Bruce Carl Ross, here, Anthony 23. Finally made a live show. Welcome, Anthony. You can transfer VChain and XDC off Uphold. You can't stop progress. That's right. I think that'll be it. Yeah. 36 minutes. Nonstop news. We're just blazing all the way through. All right. I think that'll be it. I will look for news tomorrow. If I can put together a good show with a lot of news and stuff, I will. And if I don't find much, then I ain't making a show. So I'll see y'all in my next broadcast.